The girl was shocked to discover that the idol she admired actually liked her back. Whenever a guy tried to flirt with her, the idol, who was usually socially anxious, would openly say he was her boyfriend and even scold the guy to stay away from her. Before this, Jack had challenged Kevin. If Jack won the idol competition this time, Annie would have to become his babysitter. Kevin felt a strong sense of crisis. In order to win the competition, he begged Annie to pretend to be his girlfriend and attend the summer festival with him, because the theme of the competition was love. Kevin had never been in a relationship before and had no chance of winning on his own, so he wanted to experience romantic interactions with Annie. Annie refused immediately. She felt that as a fan, she absolutely could not cross that line, but Kevin had no other female friends, so he asked her again. Faced with her idol's request, Annie could not resist and finally agreed. To keep Kevin from being recognized, Annie had him wear a wig and a mask. What they did not know was that Jack still noticed them. On the way, Annie saw a shooting game with a prize endorsed by Kevin. Her fighting spirit was instantly ignited, and she won the prize with just 2 shots. Kevin praised her for being amazing. Annie proudly said that compared to grabbing concert tickets, this was nothing. Kevin wanted to try as well, but because he was too nervous, he missed his last shot completely. It dealt a huge blow to his confidence. Seeing this, Annie firmly told him that Kevin was the best person in the world, because at his concerts, he always managed to captivate all his fans. She then told Kevin that she would definitely let him experience what love felt like. Hearing this, Kevin immediately regained his confidence. From the side, Jack heard Annie's words and began to suspect that the two were dating. At that moment, Kevin saw a couple interacting nearby. He bought some takoyaki and copied what they were doing by feeding Annie. Kevin's actions made Jack feel uneasy for no clear reason. What worried him even more was that during the rest of the date, Kevin kept holding Annie's hand and constantly feeding her food. Annie was completely swept up by Kevin's behavior, but she soon realized that what she was doing felt wrong. Kevin was her idol, and she had always warned herself not to develop romantic feelings for him. Kevin decided to step away for a moment to let Annie calm down. Jack realized this was the perfect chance to confirm whether Annie and Kevin were dating. He put on a mask and walked up behind Annie, but when he saw her face, his heart unexpectedly skipped a beat. He sat down and asked about her relationship status. After learning that Annie was single, Jack felt relieved. The two chatted for a while, and this scene happened to be seen by Kevin when he returned. When Kevin heard Jack compliment Annie's looks, he could not hold back anymore.
勝手に話しかけないでください。俺の彼女なので。
Both Annie and Jack were shocked by what Kevin said. Kevin did not explain himself and calmly pulled Annie away from the scene. Once Annie came to her senses, she realized that Kevin had taken off his wig and mask. Worried about damaging his reputation, she quickly told him to put them back on. Kevin stopped walking. He told Annie that he had heard Jack praise her, and then said that Annie looked very nice in her yukata, but he had been too shy to say it out loud. At that moment, Annie saw Kevin not as an idol, but as an ordinary boy. She realized she had placed him too high on a pedestal, to the point where Kevin could not truly experience dating. She suggested that they stop pretending to be a couple and instead enjoy the summer festival as ordinary friends. Kevin burst into tears when he heard this, because it was his first time having a friend. The two then returned to the festival. Kevin went back to his usual self, and they played together like normal friends. Although there were still moments of closeness, Annie no longer felt troubled by them. Later, Annie took Kevin to their secret base. Since no one was there, Kevin took off his wig and mask. While waiting for the fireworks, Kevin told Annie how grateful he was to his fans. Whenever he felt like giving up, it was his fans who encouraged him, so he always wanted to make them smile. Kevin asked Annie whether this feeling was what love was like. Annie gave him a clear answer, because liking someone means wanting them to be happy and wanting to see them smile.
なので、地面原先輩が一生懸命なのも恋